Tēnā koutou. I'm still grounding into this wairua e te whānau. I don't know what you've been doing, but y'all need to take this opportunity as you're receiving the next tohu with an open heart and an open mind. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Just zone in to your tinana for a moment. We're going to pull some messages because there's just, again, so much. And it's beautiful because it's happening in the slow-mo. It's the slow burn of it all. And you cultivating your new sense of authentic action towards being the present version of yourself who gets everything she wants. You're in your master energy. It is hugely attractive at this time. Ooh, the priestess. There is an accentuation I'm hearing. Ace of emotions. Yeah, you could be feeling quite uncomfortable. Maybe you're having a little bit of difficulty overcoming certain behaviors that essentially are masking certain pains that you have dwelled in for a while. It's just that accentuation of yourself, learning to lean into the emptiness that you feel. This collective that I've been reading over the last wee while, we've been really getting to know each other. Thank you for the comments. Ngā mihi to our neighbour in Melbourne. Thank you for communicating. It's nice. There's this sense of awareness building, and it's that awareness of the emptiness that you've created. In meditation today, there was this glimmer of the sisterhood healing that's happening, and I feel like the ace of emotions is bringing that core relationship up, the sister relationship that you have outside of yourself being the relationship that you have within yourself. And this collective has really, you're building into your sisterhood relationships more through the avenue of being your authentic self. The version of you that also created a lot of turmoil for the masculine in your whakapapa. Okay, take that how that resonates. I want to go with this deck. I will write the decks down. 7 of Swords. There's this beautiful sense of you nurturing yourself through uncomfortable situations. And I feel like it's your softness that's actually going to get you out of these uncomfortable situations without any heaviness whatsoever. You get everything you want within these uncomfortable situations that you've been moving through with this Ace of emotions. So this is the letting go of the human identities that you were or have been in the past, and that's a really beautiful journey of detachment. But this detachment you experienced was you didn't cling to the outcome. You were very curious with this outcome, and the outcome has turned out to have a lot of thorns in it with the Seven of Swords. And I feel like you're like, oh, okay, that was unexpected to end up in this thorny situation, this heart expansion, accentuation though. And I feel that these thorns, I kind of want to move you. I know that that's there, but I kind of want to like have you over here. So I hope the audio is alright. It's a reason why I don't have you over here normally, just because of my mic. No, I need you here. That's better. Hello. I feel like I'm actually talking to you now. So I feel like that's a big thing too, is that this thorny situation that's playing out in your reality, but it's your external reality, because it's away from the castle here. So this is something that you're doing beyond the home, beyond your whare, essentially, okay? You're in the flow of it. Seven of Pentacles. This is a message to say that things that you have collected as resources are being formed. You're weaving together something. So, and we've got the High Priestess, which reminds me that in meditation today, there was that emphasis on Whatu Manua, third eye, like seeing beyond, but there is specifically wairua happening, cleansing and clearing as a facilitator at this time. And there's a lot of astrology things happening, but understand where your whakapapa leads you and lands you into your belief systems, okay? What is your whānau speaking about within the healing of your own lineage? That's a real opportunity to expand in this creative, the oracle in your practices that you do, right? And I feel like that's why when I go live, and I just do in this space, and I just let it go, is because I have a very healthy relationship with wairua, with my own Mauri, with collective energy, with spirit. Everything has a place. My whare is very structured because I am also someone who shows up in the 3D reality, which is why it's easy when you love something to show up for that people, person, place, thing, reality, whatever it is, right? And this collective leads with that. So that's why that third eye is really beaming at this time. You could be seeing a lot of dreams, okay? I pulled from the Muse, which is my dream state deck. Okay, let's get some more. But I hope you are feeling well. I am going through a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I have just slowed right down, taking things so easy because I have so much moving at the moment, and it's not like, it's really harvest time, so I'm really grateful to be moving at this pace. The Fool. So this is the Fool's journey that you're on. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago. But when? Te rākau. Calm. This is a real emphasis on moving towards the light with your... It's like the oracle. It's the feminine. It's your intuition. It's God, if you will. It's your belief systems on what you believe gets you through to the present, but the manifestation of yourself. You're seeing yourself on all these different timelines, and now you are understanding that you're actually the bridge into birthing these things, but it's actually through the way that you live your life behind the camera, behind the phone, behind the business, the face, right? And it's the hiningaro, it's the awareness of your pillars. The Fool, to really operate in the full, to really embody the full energy and understand that yeah, there's a lot of throat chakra clearing happening with this collective as you be really comfortable in being seen and showing up in a way that serves a deeper purpose. It is a purpose that is so defined by yourself that we don't even speak of it. It's something that only you really truly understand. And I feel this full journey started because there was a real dissatisfaction in the place that you were when it was almost like end game, that there was, it had like you'd met the capacity of that situation, but there was this willingness to expand. So that's why this accentuation's happening. And you learn accentuation through your tinana. That's how you have understood how to move through and take action, is through that movement and that momentum of how you treat your body. So that's why your feminine hot goddess habits, what you do behind the scenes, how you treat yourself, how you speak to yourself. Yeah. Spirit really wants you to spend time grieving, spend time in the depths and in the flows, but in a very detached manner, in a space where it, once you've moved through it, it doesn't rock the boat. When you rock the boat, it's because you are in your frame and you are expanding into that emptiness, into that space to become more, because you know your potential, girl. So because you felt, and it's almost like a dissatisfaction now that we're out of it, it's like you got what you wanted, but you realized that you didn't want what you thought you wanted more. You realize that you limited yourself, that you downed yourself, that you dimmed, is what social media says, dimmed your light. However that lands, however that feels. But the fact of the matter is that you changed that reality for yourself. You took this full energy and you're more aware of what you're seeing and how you're acting and what voices you're listening to in order to, like, how you're showing up, okay? There's this real sense of reclaiming your identity, building your identity in this new, authentic identity of yourself. This is speaking into like the social places and spaces that you've moved into. So this is why your sisterhood wounds had to heal, right? You had to find those really intimate, beautiful connections that nourish your soul, that give you that feminine loving that you need. If you have a absent mother emotional regulation system, okay, you learned that you didn't have that through your experience of reparenting yourself. And over the last couple of weeks, we've been pulling up the inner child. Wow, my voice is like changing. Okay, let me take a goddamn sip. Okay. I'm just gonna like do some energy clearing with my hands, so don't mind me. Put your headphones on. Just feel the wairua. Let me clear some shit for you. Take a deep breath, regulate. This energy, what you're doing, it's a big freaking deal. You are writing books about this, okay? You're putting this down into documentation. People are scribing from your inspiration that you're bringing through your kaupapa, okay? However that lands for you. You've seen some shit and you're like, okay, this is not where I need to be, or that actually deserves to have me, because it's unfulfilling. You really... And that's very brave, because there's many of them who didn't, who chose differently. And then there are those who are ready to make the decision. So you're a part of that education. There's a version of yourself that you grew up as, and there's this version of yourself that you're going to be known as. That is a big part of these identities. We've been calling this in to get information about this. So thank you for helping with that. And your likes, your comments, your subscribes, it helps. It helps us, sister. So keep it up. Thank you. Ngā mihi nui. Okay. So yeah, see, you've seen some shit and you're like, okay, this is quite dark. It's quite dark down here. I feel like They're, yeah, huge reflections. I mean, I could sit here and go about it all day, but I don't. There's this remedy from the way that you understand how to use your resources, okay? So this is where you've had to do a lot of healing with your relationship of the things outside of yourself. It's like the relationship between how you feel and think and react to with your nervous system as you move into the identities of your manifested self, right? Because it's just choices. Manifesting isn't miracles when that's just your standard, okay? Miracles become things where a whole cultural experience has a remedy. That's how big you're going, okay? This collective is locking in big money. Okay, I'm seeing you rapping in the car about how much money you have. The world, oh, landed on my court there. 3 of Pentacles. Oh, this is bringing a tohu through. I had a thought come through about insects. There's so many insects around at this time. This is something to pay attention to, okay? This is a part of you connecting into the maramataka, spending more time outside listening to te taiao and being open to it, even if you are unhappy with your surroundings. Let's just say that. On a ego, interesting, ego, on an ego level, the world, completion. Just so many things coming into completion for you. Reward. You've been such a good girl. You have been such a good girl. It's beautiful. It's amazing. You're amazing. It's amazing how grateful you are too for just the journey. Love that for you, sister. This is all repaying itself too. Like, it's this you being effortlessly yourself and getting paid to do it as well. That's just business, baby. There's a lot of like people who have seen different versions of you as you've moved through this timeline, okay? And there's plenty more versions of you that they're going to see and witness and have to live without, is what I'm hearing. There is no turning back for you. What's our time? 7 of Cups, the Magician, Hanged Man. Wow, these are the cups from the cards from other day. I'll have to find the link below. Oh, the reading. Might have been used. And you were moving through some heavy ass shit. Okay, let's just get a few from here and then we'll let the goddess talk and then we'll round up. Yeah, so there's just this focus on the moon. You need a moon journal, okay? Please get yourself a moon journal. Maramataka, a freaking book that has the days in it, but you're going to track your moon, okay? You're going to track your moon cycles. You're going to track your periods. You're going to start sinking into that timeline, right? Please try and this is for spirit, this is for your tūpuna, this is for your ancestors, okay? If you're here as a witch, to clear your whakapapa in your DNA. Yep, whakapapa, 10 of Cups, Queen of Wands. I've got a huge activation happening in that solar plexus, which came up yesterday, I'm pretty sure. Three of Wands. This is beautiful energy. The energy of the maramataka over the next couple of days with the stars. The munimons, there is a very gentle approach into our fetal cycle. And astrologically, with a lot of Western ideology and with the stars and things. Yeah. Two of Cups. Taking it slow, rebalancing. Okay, so once we come back and we land in our tinana, which I feel like is what we're now doing in this reading. So just taking breaths back, grounding yourself, reminding yourself of your security, the things that you trust. Okay, 9 of Pentacles and the Temperance, yeah, which is your balance, your softness, your goddess energy. You do that through your self-care. That's that self-devotion. The King of Swords, you can provide security, you can provide for yourself. You've healed that colonized mindset. Okay, I'm just gonna say that's what it is, because it's going back to your relationship with the thing that is bigger than you, and this is also healing those mindsets that you grew up in through the education system here in Aotearoa, or anywhere where you were colonized by the English, really, the British Empire. Anywho, so there's a lot here with just like healing the witch wound, healing the sister wound, healing the mother wound, healing your inner child, and it's all a part of that integration of yourself. So when you step up and step out into your public, you are very open to experiences. You're ready to show up, but you're intentional and you're not seeking it completely where you're making really drastic ideas and decisions. You're taking it slow this time, and this is the really beautiful part about it, because you're in recovery, and that recovery is of the tinana, but it's also recovery of your life, and just really helping you ground into that healthy person. If you're, even if you are in a relationship and you live with a man, or you live with someone else, and as long as they don't influence the space of yours, and they tautoko and they actually give you that opportunity more so, then the relationship will always be a liability into a lot of your investments, okay, further down the track. It caps that experience, which is what you have been navigating through with yourself, where you cap yourself, okay? And you can't be capped. It's important that you also align yourself with people who are behind you in these closed, with you behind the closed doors, that are influencing you to show up for yourself. And it is hard. However, it's also not always about you. I think that's a huge reminder when it comes to having intimate relationships, is that you have to be prepared sometimes to allow yourself to be humbled in a space where you have trauma and there may not be a lot of consciousness in that pocket of your wairua. So you have these beautiful soft energies that come in these intimate relationships. these learnings, these opportunities, they come through the new growth. So it can be very interesting to play out the regulation of your nervous system and build and heal that and reclaim that mana, though, at the end of the day, right? When you act as that person, that manifested version of yourself, you are reclaiming all your mana, all your power, your Mauri, and then you become self-sourcing 24/7. You don't need retreats all the time. You don't need breath work every single day of the week. You don't need all of these things and all of these you can just like start with everything that you have. It's perfect. You've learnt that too, because you've had everything and then you've had nothing, and that's the wholeness and the duality. Because you would rather go without than have all of these things and have that ick, you know, that heaviness. The recovery comes from being like, okay, well, I'm just going to allow the universe to show me what it is, and I'm going to allow people to do whatever that it is they want to do, and we'll either ride or it'll just not. And you really hold that space for the not as well, and I feel like that's the huge part of the healing. And it's a huge part of why you are really soft now. Because you've been through these hellish moments of that heart opening. Yeah. Damn. Well, you're amazing. You're gorgeous. You're beautiful. I can't believe it. I'm very honored to be bringing these energy readings to you. Thank you for allowing me to read your energy. And I am learning a lot, because I'm like, so you're really helping me make a lot of sense of what it is that I'm channeling. And that's really helpful, because it's helping me put together baskets of information for you for up and coming coaching sessions, helping my one-on-one clients just live in a constant state of regulation, whatever that looks like for you. It's just what we do. It's just what we do. So you can find my email if you want to get in touch with me about working with me. I'm not doing any tarot readings at the moment. I'm only offering coaching calls and my one-on-one 12-month mentorship. The big bucks. However, it's go hard or go home, really. It is time to really live into that manifested self and just like be her today. If you would be interested in learning how to do this, because you've got all of the things in the reality and you just want to learn how to like utilize your things that you have, and do it in a really soft way, in the way that we've been talking about over the last couple of weeks. We've really moved through a lot. It's been beautiful. It's, yeah, like I said, reminders of the scary things, the hard things, the fearful things that we go through. But understanding that the feminine, the softness, is always the anchor. That's how we keep going. Because when it's nice, soft, and a slow burn, we can keep up with ourselves. And if you're running it by yourself at the moment and people are catching up to you, or vice versa, you're catching up to other people, wherever the gap is, you're going to really beautifully like put yourself into a regulated space to receive. So it's going to be lovely. All right. That's what I can help you with. Like I said, email me. I love you, and I'll see you in the next reading.